want to give a call out. Yeah, how about some of my shot? One like I was shy to the Most High for leading us to another Wednesday night Warriors Bible study class. I praise to the Most High, man. All right, I want to give a shout out to the elders that's been pushing truth for decades, motivating me to be a soldier for the Lord, to stand mighty in His truth, man, and not to be faint-hearted, man. All right, I want to give a mighty shout out, shalom, a mighty shout out to the Battle Axes captains. All right, Captain Jerubbaal. All right, Captain Yahri, Captain Benaniyah, shout out, shalom to the captains. All right, give a mighty shalom to all the Battle Axe soldiers, officers. All right, in this truth, just doing their thing, man. Brothers playing their part in the ministry. We got brothers dropping great videos. We got brothers helping decorate the building when these feast days come. It helping the sisters out. All right, we got brothers bringing out mighty classes. All right, we got brothers that show up to every camp, man. We got brothers that's out here giving their people counsel and guidance, man. So I just want to give a mighty shout out to them brothers, man, and not just to the Battle Axes, like I say in every class, man. To every camp that's out here pushing the truth, trying to seal the elect, all right, trying to stay on one accord, all right, and trying to endure this truth to the end, man. So shout out to all the camps, all the leaders out there, and all of Israel, man. Just keep enduring, man. All right, keep enduring. And last but not least, I want to give a mighty shout out to all the sisters out here in Israel, man. All right, that's married and unmarried, cooking, cleaning, sewing, doing whatever they can do to exalt the ministry, man. All right, doing whatever they can do to reach that bar. You constantly trying to reach that next bar, being that Proverbs 31 woman, man. All right, all right. So with that, I was gonna tell the story, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save the storytelling for later on, man. I can't start the class off with a story. So this is we're prepping for the dedication, man. All right, we're prepping for a feast of dedication. All right, another name for dedication is the Feast of Lights. All right, another name for dedication is Hanukkah, man. So those are different names for the dedication. You got Hanukkah, Feast of Lights, Feast of Dedication, all the same. All right. So we want to prep for this thing. This is something we should be preparing for. You should be preparing for the Feast of Dedication the same way you prepare for the Day of Atonement. All right, the same way you prepare for Passover, the same way you prepare. I mean, they have their little differences. All right, but spiritually, they're very similar. All right, the same way that we prepare for tabernacles, man. All right, getting your tabernacle in order. All right, because y'all have to understand every high holy day is spiritual, man. There's a physical aspect, but every high holy day has a spiritual meaning. All right, we've had our temple rededicated many times in Israel, man. Many times. All right, when we had King Solomon dedicated the temple. All right, we had many of our forefathers. Even back in the Persian, the Mede captivity, we had to rededicate the temple. All right. Even during the Greek captivity, we had to rededicate the temple. So dedicating the temple is nothing new, man. All right. But it didn't become a holy day until the Greek captivity, man. All right. And it didn't become a holy day until the Greek captivity. So I'm going to kind of touch on that. And like I say, prepping for the dedication, the reason I say it's similar to the Day of Atonement, because you know that your body is a temple, man. So you are rededicating your physical, you ready rededicating your temple, man. All right, so that's why we have to prep for this thing. A lot of people, brothers and sisters, don't understand that this is something that we must take serious, man. All the high holy days are spiritual. It's not just about having a party. It's not just about seeing how much you can eat. Okay, it's not seeing how much wine you can drink and y'all comparing your wine bottles and seeing how much strong drink you can damn drink, man. All right, it's more than that, man. It's more than just dancing and having a good time. Yeah, we're gonna do all that, but this is spiritual. All right, so we're gonna bring it out where we can read the dedication. You can read it in the book of Maccabees. All right, and actually, and I'm gonna tell you, because a lot of Christians don't understand that Christ kept the feast of dedication, right? Christ kept the feast of dedication, and you really only read about dedication in the New Testament, I believe, only like one time. So it's like, where does the dedication come from? What is the feast of dedication? So that's how you know that is something missing. Okay, and that's one way that y'all can prove that the Apocrypha is canon, man. All right, let's go to St. John chapter 10 real quick. Let's go ahead and get there real quick. St. John chapter 10. Shalom to everybody that just came in. Brother Azariah, I hope everything all right with you out. Brother Azariah, Abraham Kinsman. Yeah, I'm gonna get them precepts to y'all. I ain't had time to do it. All right, got my sister Danielle up in here. Shalom, shalom, shalom to everybody that just joined in and everybody that will join in. All right. So yeah, let's get that in the book of St. John. All right. Get the book of St. John, chapter 10. All right, I said I'm gonna go ahead and start my class at a decent time this time. I ain't start my class at like after 9 o'clock last week. All right, but this is the book of St. John, chapter 10, and verse number. We're gonna start at verse 22. Okay, and it reads, "And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter." So we know that we hold the feast of dedication in the wintertime. All right, you can precept that with First Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 59. Okay, it says, "And Yahweh walked in the temple in Solomon's porch." So even Christ himself kept the feast of dedication, and all the Jews, we congregated at Solomon's temple, man. All right, Christ actually walked on Solomon's porch during the feast of dedication, and this is one of the only times that you read about this in the scriptures, man. So where do we get the feast of dedication come, and why do we celebrate that? And this is a great point. Y'all can make to your family members. Okay, well, Christ kept the feast of dedication. Where is it? What is it? It's all explained in First Maccabees, all right? First and Second Maccabees. So with that, we're gonna jump straight into it. So I'm gonna just kind of touch on First Maccabees chapter 1 and chapter 4, okay? Because I have to abridge because I don't want to read all 4 chapters. Man, Maccabees is a very good. Y'all should all be reading Maccabees, man. Y'all should all be reading Maccabees, man. It is a great book, especially if you like adventure and war. All right, if you have that type of mind for things, man, this is a great book to read, which you should be reading it anyways. I got my little reading glasses here, so yeah, it's something different for y'all. You know what I'm saying? All right, shalom, shalom, Don Israel, shalom, shalom. Shalom, Gabriel. Yeah, I don't know if that's my brother Gabriel, but shalom, bro. All right, shalom, shalom. All right, well, we are brothers, man, and we are sisters, man. We are brothers and sisters, man. Regardless, all right. Hit this coffee one more time. Got some reading to do. All right. With that, let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. All right. It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse number 1. It says, "And it happened after that Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim and had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece." All right. So Alexander was the first one to rule Greece. All right, or the Greek Empire. All right. This is when it came to an extreme power. All right. It says, "And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth and went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, such much that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up." And you already know how damn Esau is, man. All right, Esau's heart is always lifted up, man. All right, so Alexander the Greek, we call him Alexander the Freak because he was a damn freakazoid, man. So he was ruling and he was conquering. All right. It says, and he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. Because when you rule over, when you win nations over, all right, they become tributaries unto you. You pay taxes. All right, that's why when you read what's that, Brute 4 and 8, we're in captivity until this day. As long as we're paying taxes, that shows that you're in captivity, man. All right, and you know who in captivity too when you look at the picture on the money and who's on the money. So-called Esau, man. All right, let's keep reading. Verse 4, it says, "And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over the countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. And after these things, he fell sick and perceived that he should die. Okay, so Alexander got very sick, and you already know what kind he was living a homosexual lifestyle. Okay, these men used to go out to war with no pants on. I'm talking about just swinging. All right, that's how vile this damn white man is, man. They used to go to war with their lovers, man, with their lover by their side, man. No pants on, with a damn sword in their hands, man. So yeah, Alexander, he died of something similar to HIV or AIDS, man. These diseases are not new. These things been around, man. He died from damn AIDS, man. All right. Nasty individual. Okay. Verse 6. It reads, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdoms among them while he was yet alive. So this is what you call when the tetrarchy, you call it the tetrarchy, where this is where the Greek Empire was split into 4 kingdoms, okay? And you can read these prophecies in what Daniel chapter 8, verse 21, all right? Daniel chapter 7, okay? You can read about these beasts, which goes into Alexander's 4 generals. So these young men were some of his best friends, okay? This was Ptolemy, all right? This is one of those 4 men, all right, that his kingdom, he was dying, so he split his kingdom up with his friends, all right? Ptolemy, which was ruled over Egypt, all right? You had Seleucus, which was pretty much ruled over like Asia, Babylon, all right? You had Lysimachus, which ruled over Asia Minor, and Cassander, which ruled over the main part of the Macedonian Greece area, all right? All right? So that's who those people were, all right? Let's keep reading. Let's read verse 6 one more time. It says, wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet still alive. All right, we're going to keep reading, all right? Verse 7, it says, so Alexander reigned 12 years, and he died, and all his servants bare rule, one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So this is when the white man really started going hard. All right. All right. This is doing the going into like the Renaissance period, man. All right. This right here. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. This is a good sidebar precept for Job verse 9, verse 24. The earth was given unto the hand of the wicked. All right, this is when evils were multiplied in the earth. All right, the so-called white man began to really rule and take over. Okay, but let's keep reading. Verse 10, it says, all right, Antiochus. Now, his name is Antiochus. We're so used to saying Antiochus. Antiochus, you already know how Negroes are, but it's actually Antiochus, all right? And over the years, I've heard camps that used to say Antiochus, they now have corrected themselves. It's actually Antiochus, all right? But Antiochus, y'all know him as Antiochus, but I'm going to use the correct pronunciation, Antiochus. It says, and they came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Ephanes, all right? So Antiochus, the king who had been an hostage at Rome and had reigned in 137 years. So like 137 years of the king of the Greeks. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And we literally have laws that say that don't make covenants with the heathen. Don't follow their ways. This is the same thing when you read Exodus chapter 16, man. All right, we've had much sorrow since we left Egypt, man. All right, we always want to cleave to the damn white man. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all want to read about some coons, if y'all really want to read about some coons, man, First and Second Maccabees is full of coons, full of coon Negroes. It reminds me of what's going on today. All right, full of damn Jesse Jacksons. All right, and all these other damn your damn Al Sharptons, all right, your damn Creflo Dollars, your damn TD Jakes. I only to my coon Negroes. Y'all see y'all see regular coons out. Y'all see coons at damn work, man. Hey, I used to work for this place. Y'all know, man, North Texas. This is a racist ass place up here in the Dallas Fort Worth area. But I was working at this place, man, and this guy, this is young black guy. He was from Chicago. He was young. He was probably like 19, 20, 21, around that age. This white boy, damn redneck. Hey, coon dog. And the damn black dude, he came running. The black dude, the young black boy came running. Every time he called coon dog, he came running, man. So we used to seeing coons in our damn everywhere. Not just these major coons that play high roles in our society, but just in everyday life, man. You see people kissing the white man's ass. You see people want to be like the white man. And that's why we have to rededicate our temples yearly, man. All right? That's why I say this dedication is a lot like the Day of Atonement, man. All right? It's a lot like the Day of Atonement, man. So we have to kind of shake these things off, man. We have to examine our temples. Are we following the customs of the heathen? Are we cleaving to the damn white man? All right, in these other nations. All right, let me keep going though. Verse 12, it says, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people was so forward wherein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen, man. All right, to give them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. So all these sports arenas, all right, these damn football fields, all right, and you gotta understand at this time they were damn wrestling. They would have these arenas, and they were naked in these arenas. Y'all ever see the damn statues of the white man? He got the frisbee, and his clothes are halfway off, and you can see his damn genitals. I mean, they were literally doing it. Yeah, this was the time period where they were doing it in these arenas, man. All right, in these sports arenas, man. All right, look, let me keep reading though. All right, verse 13 from the top, verse 14. It says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised. And this is talking about the Jews, man. All right. They like, okay, the heathen got this. Let's build a place. Let's build an arena in Jerusalem. We need one too. We got to be like Esau, man. All right. Shalom, shalom, everybody that just came in. Shalom to my daughter is up in here. Shalom. Who else up in here? Wakana, Chana. Shalom, 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 brother Lamar. Shalom to everybody that just came in. All right, verse 15. All right, and it reads, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief, man. As we do this very day, man, we forsake the holy covenant of our God. All right, the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, man. All right, what's that? Romans 15:4. The things that were written aforetime were literally written for our learning, man. All right, the things that just like Ecclesiastes 1, man, paraphrasing the things that are on the earth now has been on the earth, man. There's nothing new under the sun, man. All right, it says verse 16. Now let's jump down to verse 20. Verse 20. All right, and after that Antiochus had smitten Egypt and returned again in the 143rd year, and went up against Israel at Jerusalem with a great multitude. So, you know, and it's just, man, Maccabees is full of coons, man. We started trying to be like this white man. You know, he make these decrees and these policies, and we try to get down with the program, but he's still trying to find a way to destroy us, man. Ain't that crazy? Our people are basically bowing down to the white man, but some of us wasn't though. And this probably was another reason why they came against us. But hey, even if we show ourselves to be at peace with them, man, they not at peace with us. We're gonna bring out the precepts for that. Y'all already know Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. All right, and multiple other precepts. All right, Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. All right, let me read verse 20 from the top. It says, and after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt, he returned again in the 143rd year and went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude and entered proudly into the sanctuary, man, and took away the golden altar. So this is when our temple was being ransacked. All right, that's why I started off with First Maccabees chapter 1. All right, then we're gonna jump to 4 later on. All right, it says, and entered proudly into the sanctuary and took away the golden altar and the candlesticks of light and all the vessels thereof, man. Just like hey, we are people robbed and spoiled. You read in Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22, man. All right, these nations have always robbed and spoiled us, man, even to this very day. All right, and the table of the shewbread and the pouring vessels and the vials and the censers of gold and the veil of and the crowns and the golden ornaments that were before the temple, all which he pulled out. I'm talking about this is one of the most holiest places in Israel. And this white man just walking proud, just pulling down all our gold, pulling down all our vessels. All right, proudly, man. He took also the silver and gold and the precious vessels. Also, he took the hidden treasures which he found. We had hidden treasures, and Esau found that, man. And Esau ain't gonna leave nothing for you, man. Esau's not even gonna leave a gleaning grape, man. All right. Hey, if it's a grapevine, he gonna take all the grapes, and every single grape that fall on the floor, he picking that up. Ain't no bird, ain't no homeless man. Nobody's finna get that grape. He want it all, man. Everything, man. All right. Verse 24, it says, and when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre and spoken very proudly. So not only did he take our things, he was just slaughtering and killing our people, man, men, women, and children, right? Verse 25, it says, therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel, in every place where they were, so that the princes and elders mourned. The virgins and young men were made feeble, and the beauty of woman was changed. All right. Every bridegroom took up lamentation, man. Think about it. Every bridegroom took up lamentation, man. You gotta understand, man. They damn graping, like pick a grape. They grape robbing and damn murder, man. Yeah, you had a wife. All right. Yeah, you had a wife, man. You already know how these heathen get down, man. All right. Let me see. Abraham put, they said that in their hearts to destroy. Yeah, that's a great precept, Abraham. All right. Verse 27, it says, every bridegroom took up lamentation, and she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness, because the young men were being killed also, man. All right. These young women, all right, were being ravished, and the young men were being killed, man. That's why it says, and she sat in the marriage chamber, and she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness, man. All right. Verse 28, it says, the land also was moved for the inhabitant thereof, and all the houses of Jacob was covered with confusion, man. Just like right now, all the houses of Jacob are covered with confusion, man. We damn covered, our children, they confused about transformers. All right, we got these damn transformers out here. All right, they thinking evil is good and good is damn evil, man. Especially here in damn Babylon, man. All right, just it's a place of confusion, man. A lot of our women, older women and young women, are so confused, man. They hate their own hair, man. I'm talking about, y'all don't think how deep that is, but that is deep, man. How a woman would cut out her own damn hair just to glue somebody else's hair in there, and then sit up and comb it all day. Some man, that's an illness, man, and that's confusion. But Babylon caused that, man, and that's why we have to rededicate ourselves and we have to rethink ourselves, man. All right, we have to rethink ourselves on who we are, man, in having pride in us, man. All right, they took all our beauty away. They took your beauty away by telling you that blonde hair is better than black or brown hair. All right. They took away our beauty by telling you that straight hair is better than damn thick curly hair, man. There's many different ways that they took away our beauty, man. Even to this day. All right. They took away your beauty. All right. Men, lusting after damn men. And they just putting it out here on the front street. They put the so-called black man on the forefront for the whole homosexual thing. Hey man, being a Negro sells, man. Being a Negro sells, man. It was a brother said that earlier. I was watching something, man. All right, but you put anybody black on something, you put us as the face, and it's gonna sell, man. All right, that's why you see us number one in all this madness and this folly, but it was all by design, man. All right, and that's why we have to rededicate our temple and come back to who we are and bethink ourselves. All right, with that being long-winded, let me get back to the story, man. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna read 28 again. It says, the land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the houses of Jacob was covered with confusion, and after 2 years fully expired. The king sent his chief collector of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceable words, man. And that's how Esau do. Esau always gonna come and he gonna speak peaceable words, man. All right. And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel. And that's why we can't trust the so-called white man. Because the white man know that that perm, and I ain't trying to get on the sisters, but the white man know that perm that you putting in your damn head, he know that it's slowly seeping into your skull, man. He know that it's altering you, man. All right. All these different devices that this damn white man got. I mean, he has thousands, hundreds, if not hundreds, thousands of devices set up just to take. He speak peaceable words, just like Barack Obama, man. Barack came in. Oh, we got a black president. All right, but he didn't do nothing for the black community. But who did he do something for? The damn rainbow community. That's the man. We were always the forefront of that, man. He speak peaceable words, but he's steady finding ways to pull us down as a people, man, with deceit in his policies, man. And we're gonna touch on that as well. All right, you got to look. And I brought this up, I think, last class. Bill Clinton. A lot of y'all remember when Bill Clinton came in. Was it the 90s? Was it the 90s when Clinton was in office? The late 90s. Okay. But I remember when Bill Clinton came in, he was supposed to be the first black president because he acts so black, right? Bill Clinton used to act so black. The black people love Bill Clinton. He was so cool. He used to give us dap and, move black. He played the damn saxophone. He was in a frat. All right. But him and his wife was wicked, man. They were against us the whole time, man. That's when in California and many other places they had the three strikes and you're out policy, man. So while he on Arsenio Hall show, dapping with Arsenio Hall and playing the saxophone, hey, he was throwing your people in jail for little of nothing for the rest of their life for nothing. All right, I'm talking about for little of nothing, man. So said chocolate covered Edomite, bro. Tab, man. Right. I mean, Clinton. He was an Edomite. You would call him one of them, them Oreos. I ain't never seen an Oreo like that. But yeah, he was somewhat white on the inside, and he acted like he black. An Edomite is an Edomite, man. But man, Clinton had a little soul. It seemed like he had a little, you could tell he hung out around a lot of brothers. But that's besides the point. The point is, it's all deceit with them. They speak peaceable words, but it's all deceit. Who got a precept, man? How they speak peaceable words, but it was all deceit. I know one of y'all brothers got a precept, man. Who got a precept? They speak peaceable words, but it was all deceit. One of y'all got a precept up in here, man. One of y'all. That's an easy precept too. That's an easy precept. Shalom, Sister Janae. I finally remember who you are. Even with your tag name. All right. Well, let's get it, man. Y'all act like y'all don't know that precept, man. All I'm starting acting like Captain Jerubbaal on y'all, man. All right. Let's get Psalm chapter 55. Let's get Psalm 55. Let's get precepts, because as you're reading the Bible, precepts should be hitting you, man. I read this precept to my daddy like a year ago about Esau. I said, Dad, watch this. I went to Psalm 55, verse 20. My dad said, man, that sounds just like them M&F's. My dad said, man, that sounds just like them M&F's. I know, because it ain't going to say white man, but it give you their characteristics, man. All right? Yeah, there you go, Abraham. Psalms 55, 21 on down, man. All right? Let's get Psalm chapter 55, and we're going to start at verse 20, though. It says, he had put forth his hand as such and be at peace with him. We just read this in Maccabees. These people been doing this. He had put forth his hand as such to be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. Like they always break their covenant, man. They always break their covenant, just like they broke their covenant with the natives, man. All right. Man, Thanksgiving was horrible. I ain't trying to harp on Thanksgiving, but damn, just covenant breaking people, man. All right, but let me keep reading. It says the words of his mouth was smoother than butter. Yeah, they're gonna come with the smooth words. Esau come at me with the smooth words all the time at work, and I'd be like, nah, man, you ain't gonna get me jammed up. Nah, that's all right. I pass. No, I'm good. All right. It says the words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Man, war is in his mind. He's always trying to find a way to take you down, man. All right. There are few out there very few Edomites that will stand up for you. And some of them will stand up for you and then stab you in your damn back. This is how Esau is. Some of them, even the ones that stand up, they'll stand up for you and then stab you in your damn back, man. Okay? But let's get back to it. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords, man. So you always see the characteristics of these people slacking. Y'all, let me turn this heat down. It got hot up in here. Hold on. It got hot up in here, man. All right? But yet they were drawing swords. And there's other precepts too. But let's get back to it, man. Let's get back to it. Let's say brother put Proverbs 12 and 18. Let's go ahead and check out brother precept. I'm gonna see what brother precept is. I don't even know if this was a brother or not, because brother got Mickey Mouse on this thing, so I don't know. Proverbs 12 and 18. It says, yeah, that is a pretty good precept. It says Proverbs 12 and 18. It says, there is that speak it like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health, man. But the tongue of the wise is health, man. So that's basically just, that precept is actually saying just, hey, a soft word turns away wrath, basically, man. All right, but these damn people, they so crafty, they speak a soft word, which then make you because Esau taught to you to make you put your guards down. Man, that's how they kept messing over the Maccabees. Man, the Maccabees kicked ass all throughout the Maccabees. They kept getting jammed up because they kept getting too comfortable with the Edomites, man. All right, a gift destroyed the heart. We ain't gonna go deep into Mac. We ain't gonna read all 4 of these chapters. I have to abridge this, all right, for the sake of time. But y'all go and read it. It's a great read. Let's get back to it. First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 30. It says, "And spake peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel." Man, this remind me of the Oklahoma. What is it called, y'all? Oklahoma. The Oklahoma massacre, man. The Oklahoma massacres. The same thing, man. We balling out, doing our thing. Hell, they had to come. This is during the Great Depression. They had to come and get loans from us, man. And what did they do? They came speaking peaceable words. Then they started bombing the hell out of us and shooting us down with damn Gatling guns, man. All right. Oh, that's Tony. What's up, Tony? My that's my son in here with the damn Mickey Mouse staff. All right. But let's keep reading, man. Let's keep reading. I'm getting long-winded. Verse 31, it says, "And when he had taken the spoils of the city, he set it on fire and pulled down the houses and walls thereof on every side. But the women and children took they captive and possessed the cattle," man, because there's some of the spoils of war, man. When you go to war, hey, these are the things that happen, man. You can't get your woman snatched up and your children snatched, man. All right, and your damn sons get killed, man, right there in front of your eyes. All right, and that's why when Christ come back, all hell's gonna break loose when Christ come back. People talking about everybody getting saved. Now ain't no heathen getting saved, man. When Christ come back, all hell is breaking loose, man. All right, just have to throw that in there. All right, it says, hey, you get all the arts of war when you read what's that Deuteronomy chapter 21:20. All right, it says, then builded they the city of David with a great and strong wall, and with mighty towers, and made it strong. It made a stronghold for them. So they took over the city of David, which was our cities, which was one of our cities, all right, and they made it a damn military base for them. Okay, it says, and they put therein a sinful nation, wicked men, and fortified themselves therein. They stored it also with armor and victuals. And when they had gathered together the spoils of Jerusalem, they laid them up. They laid them up there. And so they became a sore snare. For it was a place to lie in wait against the sanctuary and an evil adversary to Israel. Thus, they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it, man. So they in the sanctuary in our most holy places, just killing people, just killing innocent people. Hey man, you know, man, blood is something sacred with us, man. You know our blood cries out from the ground, man. When you read what's that, Genesis chapter 7 in verse 11, I believe. All right, but let's keep reading. All right, it says, thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it, man. All right, and that's when you read, I ain't trying to get out the subject, when you go back and you read Numbers chapter 53 and verse 55, man. The only way to get payback or to cleanse the blood of us that was shed is by shedding the blood of them that spilt it. So these Edomites and these other nations have to pay, man. Ain't no everybody getting saved, man. No, Christ is coming back to set things in order and to clean up. And that's part of cleaning up. That's part of cleaning up your temple. We're going to get a little bit deeper in that too, because a lot of y'all think of cleaning the tabernacle, you just cleaning your house, you wiping something, but you have to get, it's a deeper and a spiritual cleansing that we must do. So y'all, let's keep this, it's a carnal side to it, but let's keep this thing spiritual. I'm going to explain that later on. All right. Verse 37, thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary and defiled it, inasmuch the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them. Whereupon the city was made a habitation of strangers, it becomes strange to those that were born in her, and her whole children and her own children left her. Just imagine in your household, somebody broke into your house, you and your children went there. They didn't kick y'all out, but they were just oppressing the hell out of you in your own house. I'm talking about these people just broke in. They said, yeah, y'all can live here, but wash the dishes, cook my food. All right, go over there and clean that up. All right. They damn go in your bathroom and pee all over your damn toilet, all on the floor. All right, just defiling your stuff, man. And then they keep inviting more family members in. Next thing you know, your house, just literally think about your house. Next thing you know, your damn house is just full of damn people. That's gonna make you just give up and like leave, right? That type of thing would make you just get up and just walk out. All right. Verse 39, it says, her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness. Her feasts were turned into mourning, her Sabbaths into a reproach, her honor into contempt, man. It says, as had been her glory, so was her dishonor increased, man. And you know how glorious the Israelites are. You know how glorious Jerusalem was at one point in time. So just imagine the glory of Jerusalem during King Solomon time, because we were literally in heaven. We were in total rulership at that time. Just imagine how glorious Jerusalem was. The scriptures say, as far as high as a glory on a positive end, right now what happened to it, it's just as low. It's just that mighty, but on the negative side, man. So, hey, man, we were brought down to the dirt, man. All right, under the damn dirt. All right. Shalom, shalom. All right. Believe in Christ Jesus to receive eternal life. All right. You can't just believe, because you know Robert Tucker. All right. Believing is keeping the commandments. All right. Believing is keeping the commandments. It's all right. Hey, let the scholars come in. Y'all brothers and sisters, y'all try to pay attention as much as you can, but we got brothers in here that can take care of the scoffers as well. All right, but we're gonna keep on moving. Verse 40, it says, as had been her glory, so was her dishonor increased, and her excellency was turned into mourning. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to the whole kingdom that all should be one people, man. Just like in one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty. It ain't no liberty and justice for all, man. All that is witchcraft. They want us all to be one nation, all to be one people, man. All right. I don't mean to keep going on a damn rant, but y'all think about these things. Think about the damn civil rights, the integration movement. My mother lived through that. Like, a lot of our parents lived through the integration era. I mean, my mother remember when it was all black schools, and all of a sudden you had to go to this white school. Y'all had to be integrated. Some of them had the little military there and everything, man. But the reason they want us to be all one is so they can have control, especially with the Jews, with the Israelites, man. Because when we're on our own, man, we ball out. We ball out. It was detrimental. And a lot of these white folks, they don't understand it. They don't understand us integrating with them was a win for them. All right. So now they all in our mix. That's why I say, man, we just ain't supposed to have these damn people in our damn congregations and teaching that they finna be saved with us, man. Hey, we building these walls on our own. But that was a win for them, man. Now they're all in our neighborhoods. See, before integration, we had, because they wouldn't let us go to their stuff. So you know what? We're going to make our own burger shack. And was balling out. We're going to make our own movie theater. We're going to make our own dress store. We had our own shoe store. We had our own every damn thing. And was winning, man. It was winning. They couldn't stand like, hell no, we can't let these niggas do it. Let's integrate. Now you got heathen from all over. And now you got the Arab in our damn neighborhood, man. Just winning. You got the so-called Chinese man in our damn neighborhood just winning. All right, I got so many stories right now in my head. It's crazy, man. And then they treat you like crap, man. They damn treat you like shit, man. Excuse my language. I'm trying to be better with that. That's one way that I'm rededicating my temple. I'm trying to sharpen up on my vocabulary, all right, even out my speech, all right, and not so much profanity coming out. That's one way. These are different ways that we can rededicate our temple. Yeah. So like I say, this is spiritual, but I got to cut the stories. Let's get back to the scriptures. All right. Let's get back to the scriptures. All right. Verse 40. It says, let's just jump down. Verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, meaning also of the Israelites consented to his religion, man. So it wasn't just the heathen. There was a lot of coons. I want to say, hey, you want some coons? Y'all want precepts with coons in it. Read Maccabees. There's coons everywhere, man. I mean, the coons are like cockroaches, man. Right? Let's keep reading. It says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath, like most of us, like a lot of us do right now. Well, it's okay to work on the Sabbath. I gotta go ahead and do it. Now we are in captivity. All right, we are in captivity, and sometimes we have to do these things. But if you got a job to where you got to work on the Sabbath, man, try to work it as much as you can. But you should be trying to find something. I always trying to find something better. That sometimes we have to do what we have to do, but we can't get comfortable in that, man. We cannot get comfortable in that. That's not okay, man. All right, Esau says okay, but that is a great offense, man. That is a sin worthy to death, man. I just had to throw that out there. I'm gonna tell you, I was tempted because I'm trying to catch up on bills, man. I was tempted. They was giving overtime all week, and you come Saturday, I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, damn, maybe I can't just work, you know. But nah, man, I had to kind of check myself. No, they're not making me go. And yeah, I need to get caught up on some bills, man, but is it really worth it? Is it really worth it, man? All right, well, let's keep going. Let's keep reading, all right? Verse 43, it says, yea, meaning also the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, man. So they said, man, we finna make y'all I'm gonna make y'all celebrate Christmas. We better not catch y'all keeping a Sabbath. I'm gonna kill you. I haven't even got to that part yet. But yeah, that's what was going down, man. All right, let's get a precept on how they, because you see it on the news, how the damn so-called white man be passing his policies out, and now you gotta damn bow down to what he damn doing. All right, and it's only gonna get worse and worse. Man, let's get Psalm chapter 94 and verse 20, man. This is one of my favorite precepts, man. And this is real. This is showing you. This is literally talking about Esau. Esau is the policy man. He's always been the policy man. All right. Not these other nations. The other nations come up with policies too, but not these. But they not as crafty as Esau. All right. This is Psalm chapter 94 and verse 20. It reads, "Shall the throne of iniquity." We know who those are. Those are iniquity or sin. All right. It's that Malachi chapter 1 verses 1 through 4. All right. It says Esau. All right. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law?" They frame mischief by their laws, man. There's always these wicked laws that they put into place, man. I'm gonna just say that I'm trying not to tell stories, but even that damn child support thing a man should support his child, but a lot of women don't understand that. They don't give a damn about your child. That's a business, man. All right. And they taking a big lump of that money that man paying. They putting that into their own pockets with interest, man. They don't give a damn about your child, man. You know, one of the mothers of one of my children, all right, she had told me years later. She was like, "Damn, I didn't understand that it was like that." Yeah, they made mischief, man. They beguile a lot of our people, man, by thinking that this is the way. Okay, you don't need that man. You don't need that man here. You got the power, girl. Next thing you know, your damn son and your children being raised in a single parent household, and all hell is breaking loose. Children acting crazy. You can't control them because they ain't got no damn daddy in the house. Because you said you didn't need. Esau taught you that you didn't need them. All right, you don't need them. All right, all you need is his money. We're gonna make him pay, and if he don't pay in the amount in the time that he's supposed to pay, we're gonna take away his license, so he can't drive no damn way, which is dumb as hell, and he gonna go to jail. So he's gonna get either further behind in that, man. It's just it don't make sense, man. And it was all craft, man. It was all craft. That's why our communities are destroyed. That's just one of many. All right. Yeah, but they make mischief by their laws, man. Let's get another one. Let's get Daniel chapter 8, verse 25, man. Let's get Daniel 8:25. My bad for being long-winded, y'all. Because I really don't have a lot of precepts. But Lucy, I got a lot of explaining to do, I got some explaining to do, man. All right. Daniel chapter 8. All right. And we're going to read verse 25, all right? Book of Daniel chapter 8 and let's read verse 24. It says, "And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. And he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper and practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people." Okay? Verse 25 is the point. It says, "And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace he shall destroy many." By peace, man. You know what they say? "Oh, it's okay. Let's come doing this." He said, "Okay, yes, sir, master. Come on, look, man, master got something for us, man." But it's all deceit, man. At the end, it's gonna bite you in your ass, man. Worse than what you ever thought, man. All of a sudden, all hell is breaking loose. You're like, damn. Like, damn, man, Esau crazy. Let me keep reading. It says, "He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he should be broken with our hand." Because, the Lord gonna come and knock down Babylon, all right? The Lord is that mighty stone that's gonna come down and take down this society, man. All right, so they will be broken. In fact, we are already paving the way for Christ right now, man. We kind of like John the Baptist out here, man. Waking up our people, man. Preparing and ushering in our Lord, man. All right, but let's get back to it, man. I had another precept if y'all want it. Let's go ahead and get it. I'm gonna give it to y'all anyways. So y'all write them down. There's Psalms 94 and 20, Daniel 8:25, First Maccabees 8 and 4. Those are all precepts you can have to show how they write policies to get over on you, man. How to up one on you, man. This is First Maccabees chapter 8, verse number 4. It says, and that by their policy and patience, man, because they very patient. Esau some crafty, patient ass people, man. Hell, man, Satan is patient, man. All right. It says, and that by their policy and patience, they had conquered all the place, man. I really want to keep reading that, but I'm not. All right. Through their policies and patience, man, they conquer, man. I heard this one guy, he gave a great example on how they're coming to a land, right? A land full of oil, a land full of gold, all right? A land flowing with milk and honey. All right, they're coming to a nation's land, and Esau is known for this. And give them a Bible, right? Give them a Bible, and teach them Christianity, which destroys their mind, and then make them what do you call it? What do you call it when somebody slap you and you just keep going back to them to give them a hug? What's that term? It's a term. Not a record, what's the term? Stockholm syndrome. Christianity make you have Stockholm syndrome. So you come to they'll come to a person's land, give them a Bible. Next thing you know, years later, they look up. All right, they holding the Bible, and the people got their damn land, man. They come in holding the Bible. They give you the Bible. You had the land. They had a Bible. They give you the Bible, and now they got your damn land, man. That's how crafty and patient that these damn Edomites are, man. Very, very crafty people, man. All right. The Lord say Esau is wiser than Daniel, man. You know, Daniel is a very wise person, man. But Esau gets his knowledge from the spiritual demon Satan, though. They ain't wise on their own, you know. Let's get back to the storyline. All right. Let's go ahead. Because we really damn near finished, man. All right. Or halfway done. All right. Let's go back to First Maccabees, chapter 1, and verse. We stopped at about 44. We're gonna keep reading about 46. All right. Let's keep reading. I'm gonna read verse 44 again, Salaki, y'all. It says, for the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and their festival days, all our feast days. No, you're gonna profane that. And you work on the Sabbath. No, you're not keeping your new moon. No, I'm not gonna let you go in here and make sacrifices to your God. All right, just wicked. All right. It says, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, because we are the sanctuary of the Most High, right? Are we not the sanctuary? All right, we are literally the sanctuary. We are literally the temple of the Most High God, man. But let's keep reading. All right, it says, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. So on our holy altar, they're literally taking a damn pig and sacrificing it on the altar, man. That is an abomination, man. That's the abomination of desolation, man. That is totally abominable, man. And they show you, and these folks feel like that right now. That's how they feel about you and your God. Like, F you and your God. That's how these heathen feel, especially Esau. They don't give a damn that you got a high holy day. I got brothers that be struggling trying to get off on these high holy days, man. All right? They don't give a damn, just like Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't care. Let me go sacrifice until I got 3 days. Oh, you want to sacrifice unto your God? Oh, you must not have enough work, man. You need more work. That's what you need. You want to sacrifice to your God? That's folly. You need some more. Hey, give them more work and give them no tools to do that. I'm not going to give you the tools to do your work. Just make it happen. Get out there and just make it happen. If you don't make it happen, I'm gonna beat your butt, man. All right. And that's that. These nations are still like that with us today. Y'all don't get too comfortable with these damn heathen, man. We can't get comfortable with Esau, man. All right. I ain't finna go on and rant on that. All right. With verse number 48. Salakia. Verse number 48 says that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. All right, that's profanation. All right, profanation. Root word profane. All right, it's profane things, man. To leave your children uncircumcised, man. The spiritual leaving your children uncircumcised is what? Celebrating this wicked ass Christmas is coming out. There's still Israelites out here that celebrating Christmas, y'all. Yeah, I see y'all out there. Some of y'all still celebrating, some of y'all still buying your damn children gifts. You're literally passing your children through the fire, and you're causing your children to be uncircumcised, man. All right, and that's why we have to bethink ourselves when we rededicating the temple. A lot of y'all just show up to party full of wickedness and madness, man. Your damn mind ain't right, but you in the building celebrating, man. This is a spiritual cleansing, man. All right. Verse 49, it says, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances, that's exactly what they did to us, especially during the transatlantic slave trade, man. I mean, even in the Greek captivity, we knew who we were. Even in the Roman captivity at the time, Christ and Paul and Peter and James, all right, Bartholomew, all of them, even in Roman captivity, we knew that we were Israelites, most of us. This captivity, we just not finding out, man. That's how destroyed we are, man. It says to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances, and that's what they did, man. And that's what they did. Even now, that's what I'm saying. Even now, us in the truth, we have to make sure that we're in line with the law, statutes, ordinances, and commandments and ordinances, all right? Verse 50, it says, and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. So if you're not doing, you can read that in Daniel. All right, the king of Babylon made a decree. If you caught bowing and praying to some other god, you die. What did Daniel did? He faced the east, and he bowed and he prayed to his God anyways, man. All right. Let's keep reading. So these days are coming back on the earth. All right. These days, if you get caught with a Bible, these days are coming back on the earth. They're gonna be burning the scriptures. They're gonna say it's illegal to read these scriptures. They're gonna call it hate speech. All right. They already calling us terrorists. All right. They calling us terrorists. That's how you know that this word is sharper than any two-edged sword, man. Than any bomb, than any AK-47, man. All right. Because all we doing is reading. Oh no, y'all are terrorists. Right? That's crazy, man. But that's Esau for you. All right. But these days are coming back on the earth, man. All right. It says, and whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he or she shall die. Verse 51, it says, in the self same manner wrote he to his whole kingdom and appointed overseers over all the people, commanded the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city, man. Y'all go out here, you sacrifice that damn swine, you go to bow down to damn Zeus. Go bow down to damn Diana, man. All right. Well, I think those are more Roman gods, but all those come from Greek gods too. But y'all get the point. All right. Go bow down to damn Dagon, man. All right. So they were literally forcing us to do this. And you can read that in Daniel, in the book of Daniel. How Nebuchadnezzar, all the people had to bow down to that damn statue, man. Okay? Or die. Okay? It says, in the same manner wrote he to his whole kingdom and appointed overseers over all the people, commanded the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit, everyone forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land, and drove the Israelites into secret places whensoever they could flee for succor, man, because they were afraid, man. So they were hiding. They had to keep the Sabbath in damn caves. All right, we had to sneak to keep the commandments, man. It says, now, the 15th day of the month, Caslu, in the 145th year, they set up the abomination of desolations upon the altar. Okay, this is when it really went down. This is our main altar. They set up the abomination of desolation upon the altar and built idol altars throughout the cities of Judah on every side, and burnt incense at the doors of their houses and in the streets. And when they had written in pieces the books of the law, which they had found, they burned them with fire. Those days are coming back on the earth. It's going to be a big pile of Bibles in the middle of the street. You better not get caught with no damn Bible or it's your ass, man. All right, verse 57, it says, and whosoever was found with any of the book of the testament, you see that? Or if any consent to the law, the king's commandment was that they should be put to death, man. All right? We couldn't even call ourselves Jews later on when you're going to read Second Maccabees. We couldn't even profess ourselves to even be Jews. That's what the whole Jew in Greek, that's where the whole Greek thing came up, man. All right? Let's keep going, man. It says, that's where you get the Hellenized Jews. That's where that came from, all right? But let's keep reading. And whosoever was found with any of the book of the testament, or if any consent to the law of the king's commandment, that they should be put to death. Thus did they, by their authority unto the Israelites, every month to as many as were found in the cities. Now, we're going to keep reading. We're almost done with this part. It says, now, the 25th day of the month, they did sacrifices upon the idol altar, which was upon the altar of God. That's crazy. It says, at which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. So these women were literally circumcising their children on what, the 8th day? All right. And if Esau found out, all right, they would put you to death. You circumcised that baby, you damn, you nigger. Because that was calling us nigger then. All right. You can read later on in the Roman captivity. All right. In Acts 13:1. All right. It just means black. Okay. It says, and they hanged the infants about their necks and rifled their houses and slew them that had circumcised them. So not only did they kill the women, they took the little tiny babies, right? They took our little babies, put a rope around our infant's neck and hung them up, man. All right, and it just show you what kind of people that these people. That's why, man, I don't feel sorry for the judgment that these people have, man. Hey, we can't be weak Israelites out here, man. All right, we can't. Hey, what does it say in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 18, man? All right, and let me get that real quick. I gotta get it real quick. It's kind of, it ain't off the subject, but the things that these heathen are doing are horrible, man. It took off, they just slaying our women and children, hanging our babies, man. All right, hanging our babies, man. Let me get there real quick in Wisdom of Solomon, man. Chapter 18. Here's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. It says, so of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of the enemies, man. Hey, you supposed to rejoice in the destruction of the enemies, man. That's something that we rejoice over, man. Not trying to put them in our houses and save them, man. All right, but let's go back to Maccabees, man. First Maccabees chapter 1 and Salakia. In verse number Salakia, I should not move. In verse number 60, all right. Verse number 62, it says, howbeit many in Israel were fully resolved and confirming themselves not to eat any unclean thing, wherefore they that chose rather to die, that they may not be defiled with meats, and they that might not profane the holy covenant, so they died, man. And there was a very great wrath upon Israel. So it got to a point where a lot of the Israelites, they were like, forget it, man. We finna keep our commandments. All right. We finna seek our God. Hey, if we die, we die. We're not breaking the law. And that's what kind of spirit that we have to have. That's why we have to increase our faith in these last days. Because I'm going to tell you, this, brothers and sisters, the Lord is going to hide some of us, but some of us have to be put to death, man. And some of us will be put to death. All right. For this truth, man. And man, we can't waver. We cannot waver on it, man. All right. Now, let's jump into Second Maccabees, man. Nah, Salakia. First Maccabees, Salakia. And we're going to go to chapter 2. First Maccabees, chapter 2. All right. We're just going to read a few verses in chapter 2. We have to introduce the Maccabees, all right? The Maccabees family, all right? All right, so here we go. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse number 1. It says, in those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simon, a priest of the sons of Jerubbaal from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. All right. So the priests. So we know that the Maccabees, they are Levites. These are the Levites, man. Okay. I found another precept. I have to find it. I got it in my notes that I have to put here where they call the Maccabees the sons of Aaron. They literally call them the sons of Aaron. I got to find that precept. All right, but let's keep reading. And he had 5 sons: Jonan, called Cadius; Simon, called Thasius; Judas, who was called Maccabeus; Eleazar, called Averon; and Jonathan, whose surname was Alphas. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, Woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, the sanctuary and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers, man. It says, man, my damn brother calling me right now. Not right now, bro. It says, her temple is become a man, Salaki, her temple is become as a man without glory. Right? Let's keep going. It says, her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had part in her kingdom and have gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she is become a bondwoman. Man, this is going back into Abraham. All right, to a free woman, she's become a bondwoman. Man, this used to be the land of the chosen seed, but now it's like the land of the damn heathen, man. All right, it's like the land of the damn heathen, man. That's what that's going into. All right, it's going into Abraham and Sarah and Ishmael. All right, Ishmael and Isaac. Verse 12, it says, and behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. To what end thereof shall we live any longer? Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sorely, man. Now let's jump to chapter 2. Oh, we're already in chapter 2. Let's jump down to 23. All right, we're going to jump down to 23. All right. And it reads, now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was in Modin, according to the king's commandment, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins were trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar, man, because that's the judgment. Man, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, the Levites and the Levitical priests are some of the most the Levites ain't nothing to play with. We talk about all these other tribes and their strength and their military might, but the Levites, these were killers, man. They will kill you, man, instantly, man. All right, you got to understand, these were the teachers of the law. These were the holy of the holy. Look at when you read Exodus chapter 32, man. All right, man. Levites put forth that judgment, man, instantly. All right, but let's keep reading. So Judah slew this man, all right on the altar. Also, the king's commissioner, who was compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. So he killed these wicked men of the king, his commissioners, and pulled down these altars. He said, no more of y'all profaning our temple and our sanctuary, man. Time is up for that, man. So this is when the tides are officially turned. All right. Verse number 26, it says, thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phineas did unto Zambri, the son of Salakiah. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains, and he left all that they had into the city. It's supposed to go down. All right, it's supposed to go down, but we're gonna skip a whole lot of that. We're gonna jump straight to man. Y'all go and read that, man. Y'all should be reading it anyways. Y'all should be in Maccabees, man. All right, let's jump to chapter 4, man. Let's get Maccabees chapter 4, man. Maccabees chapter 4. First Maccabees chapter 4. All right, we'll get into it. All right, it says, then Gorgias, so like it then took Gorgias 5,000 footmen and 1,000 of the best horsemen and removed out of the camp by night to the end that they might rush in upon the camp of the Jews and smite them suddenly. And the men of the fortress were his guides. Now, when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed, and the valiant men with him, that he might smite the king's army, which was at Emmaus. All right. While as yet the forces were dispersed from the camp, in the mean season came Gorgias by night into the camp of Judas. So it's in the mean season, it's in the middle of the winter. So Gorgias came in looking for Judas. All right, but when they came to the camp of Judas, they didn't see nobody there. Let's see what happened. It says, and when he found no man there, he sought them in the mountains. For he said, these fellows flee from us. You saw how Esau is. These Negroes, these niggas that ran from us, right? That's what he's thinking, all right? These fellows flee from us, all right? It says, but as soon as it was day, Judas shewed himself in a plain with 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds. And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and could pass round about him with horsemen. And these were expert in war. So Judas and his men, all right, Judas and his 3,000 men saw Gorgias and his men. They had on armor, they had swords, they had all these things, man. Okay? And these were experts at war, man. These Edomites were ready. Okay? It says, then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault, man. And that's the kind of mind frame that we need to have, man. All right. Hey, don't be afraid, man. When all hell is breaking loose in your life, man, we can't be shaken. And these are other spiritual reasons why we have to rededicate our temple. It's to kind of stir up our minds on who we are. That's why they took the Maccabees out of the Bible, man. They took the Maccabees out of the Bible because it showed how mighty we were as a people, how we fought our way out of captivity. We fought our way out of slavery. Yeah, we did that, man. All right, and you know, Edomites had to hide that. That's why they took these books out, man. And they took them out, but the Lord gave them right back to us in these last days, man. All right, but let's keep reading. These are books that your Christian pastor don't know nothing about Maccabees. Well, some of them do. But they don't bring this out in the church and show you that we are these people and we can overcome. We can overcome anything. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm having little issues in my life just like we all do. And I'm gonna tell you, just by reading this, it gave me energy and it reminded me who I am, man. It reminded me who I am. I don't have to worry about these damn bills. I'm worried about things that I shouldn't be worried about, man. All right. So these are all different ways you have to rededicate your temple with faith, man. Because we all, all the time, you know, this world wear down at you and you start to lose faith, man. That's why it's important to search the scriptures daily, man, and to read, man. All right. Reading, what's that? Acts chapter 17 at the church of Berea, man. All right. Let's keep reading. All right. Verse 8, it says, then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea when Pharaoh pursued them with an army? Now therefore, let us cry unto heaven, and peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before I face this day, man. You read that in Exodus chapter 14. You read that all over, man. You read these different kind of accounts all over, man. I kind of want to go to Sirach real quick, man. We have to remember the days of old, man. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7 and verse 8. We have to remember the days of old. All right. But let me keep reading. All right. Verse 11, it says that so that all the heathen may know that there is one who delivered and saved Israel, that delivered and saved Israel, not other nations. All right. All right. So you got to look at the prayer and the speech that Maccabees is speaking to the people, man. First of all, we have to cry out to the Lord, man. The Lord literally wants y'all, and this is something I have to work out on. Sometimes, man, we got to literally go in that closet and cry out to the Lord, man. Lord, help me, man. Like, literally, man, the Lord wants you to do that, man. Man, we have to start charging the thing, man. The Lord told us to do certain things. Man, the Lord told us to sound the trumpet when we're going away. We're gonna read a little bit of that. When we're going to battle, we're supposed to sound the trumpet. Man, the Lord hear that, man. And another way, we don't have to sound, we can sound it physically, but another way of sounding the trumpet is just throwing up a strong prayer, man. Throwing up a good fast and going in on your prayer. That's another way of sounding the trumpet. Hey, man, the Lord hear you, man. All right. Let's get a few precepts, man. Let's get 1 Peter, man. Let's get 1 Peter chapter 1, man, real quick. Let's get a precept. There's a whole bunch of precepts hit me on that note, but let me just get one just for the sake of time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep it. Then we already at an hour already. I didn't realize it. All right. But yeah, we down at the end, y'all. So y'all just hang in there. All right. 1 Peter, let's get so like it. 2 Peter chapter 1, y'all. 2 Peter chapter 1, and we're gonna start at verse 12. All right. And it reads, wherefore I would not be negligent to put you always in remembrance. So like it says, wherefore I would not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things. Know ye them and be established in the present truth. So we have to be established in this present truth right now. All right. It says, yea, I think it meet as long as I am in this tabernacle. So Peter said, as long as I'm in this body, in this tabernacle, it says, yeah, I think it meet as long as I'm in this tabernacle to stir you up by putting you in remembrance, man. And that's what we do every class. We stirring you up to putting you in remembrance of who you are. That's what we're doing on the streets. We stirring you up in remembrance of who you are. That's why, as brothers and sisters that's learning scriptures, it's important to counsel brothers and sisters that's going through things because it stirs them up in remembrance and it helps them to keep going one more day, man. All right. That's what it's all about. And this is a perfect example of what Judas, the Maccabees, were doing, man. This is what Judas was doing, man. All right. This is exactly what he was doing. All right. Let's go to 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, and we're going to start at verse 12, all right? We're going to start at verse 12. We're just going to read, man. We're going to read all the way through, all right? All right. Verse 12, it says, then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them, right? Damn, I had some more precepts. I'm going to just wait. I'm going to just wait. Yeah. Salakia. It says, wherefore they went out of the camp to battle, but they were with Judas sounded their trumpets. All right. They sounded their trumpets, man. You get that in what? Numbers chapter 10. We like the memorial of blowing the trumpets. These were things that we were commanded to do, man. All right. You can read it. I believe there's Numbers chapter 10. You can read about the order in blowing the trumpets, okay? In battle. It says, so they joined battle, and the heathen was discomforted and fled into the plain. I'm going to tell you. They joined the battle, and just the Lord had their spirit on us. Man, they turned around and just ran, man. Hey, what the scripture say? Proverbs 28:1, man. The wicked flee, but the righteous stand as bold as a lion, man. All right? We have to stand bold in this truth, all right? It says, howbeit, all the hindmost of them were slain by the sword, for they pursued them unto Gazaria, unto the plains of Idumea, and Atos, and Germania, so that they were slain upon them, upon 3,000 men. So as they were running, we was following them, just hacking them down with the sword. They were running, we just hacking their ass down all the way from city to city, man. They running, we just stabbing them in the damn back, man. All right, that's what kind of people we are, man. I'm just saying we are a mighty people, man. All right. Verse 16, it says, Judas returned again with his host from pursuing them. And he said unto the people, be not greedy of the spoils, inasmuch as a battle before. So don't get too much, because they left gold, they might have had different raiments and stuff. The Lord, Judas is like, hey, don't get all that. We still got some fighting to do. Just take a little bit. All right. We still got a lot of fighting to do. Let's keep reading. It says, and Gorgias and his host are here by us in this mountain, but stand ye now against our enemies and overcome them And after this, ye may boldly take the spoil. So after we kill all of them, then we're going to go back and get all that gold, silver, all that, everything they left behind. They probably had nice weapons. We're going back and getting all that, but let's go ahead and just kill all of them right now. It says, as Judas was yet speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountain, who when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight, were burning tents. For the smoke was seen, declared that it was done. So, after we conquered something, we burned the city. We were burning their tent. They were staked out. We were burning their tents, and they saw the smoke going up, man. So they knew that we had conquered them. It says, wherefore they had perceived these things, and they were sore afraid, and seeing also that the host of Judas in the plains ready to fight. That's a spirit we always have to have, man. We have to have that spirit to always ready to fight and always ready to keep going, man. It says, they fled every one into the land of the strangers. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents, where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches. So this explains all the spoils that they got. And man, we're going to get those spoils back. All our stuff, they still got stuff from our temple right now to this day. Our big giant manures. We got all kind of dishes, and damn Solomon had these gold shields that's missing. Man, these heathens still got our stuff in a damn vault somewhere underground, man. Hey, man, we're gonna spoil them, man. All right, but these were some of the spoils, man. They said we got a lot of gold, we got silver, we got blue silk, we got purple of the sea. When they say purple, these colors were hard to get. All right, colors like that blue and purple, man. All right, and great riches. It says after this they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving and praised the Lord in heaven because it is good, because his mercy endured forever. Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day. Now all the strangers that had escaped came and told Lysias what had happened, who when he heard thereof was confounded and discouraged, because neither such things as he would were done unto Israel, nor such thing as the king commanded him would come to pass. The next year, therefore, following Lysias, gathered together 70,000, man. 70,000. What is that? 3 score is 60. All right, 1 score is 23, score is 60. So that's 60,000. All right, y'all got to learn how to break these things down. So Lysias gathered basically 60,000 choice men of foot and 5,000 horsemen that he might subdue them. So they came into Idumea and pitched the tents in Bethsur, and Judas met them with 10,000 men. So they had 60,000 plus a few thousand horsemen. And we only had 10,000? We're always outnumbered. Y'all have to peep that, man. All right. Let's keep going. I got precepts in my head for that. It says, and when he saw that mighty army, he prayed and said, blessed art thou, O Savior of Israel. Savior of Israel, not everybody. All right. It says, who didst quell the violence of the mighty man by the hand of thy servant David, man. It's going into David and Goliath. Every time Judas keep going back. Y'all got to remember, before y'all go to any kind of battle, whether it be getting up, going to this damn job every day, whether it be damn dealing with your children, hey, man, make sure you throw up a prayer first, man, and ask the Lord for guidance, man. And also, remember the days of old, man. Maccabees always went back to something that happened in the scriptures. He always went back to his forefathers, man. All right. It says, well, the violence of that mighty man by the hand of the servant David, and gavest thou of the strangers unto the hand of Jonathan, the son of Saul, and his armor bearer. Shut up this army in the hand of thy people Israel, and let them be confounded in their power and horsemen, man. Be confounded. And right now, I'm going to tell you, even Esau, with all the little things he do, he be confounded. It's a lot of devices and things he be trying to do, and it don't work. And he's confounded. All praises to the Most High, man. All right. He said, let them be confounded in their devices, man. What's that precept? Precept in Job, I think 5:1. All right, where their devices don't come, basically paraphrase, their devices don't work. Or their devices come to naught. I think there's Job 5:1, if somebody can find it. I think it's Job chapter 5, verse something like that. All right, anyways, Make them to be of no courage, and cause the boldness of their strength to fall away, and let them quake at their destruction. Cast them down with the sword of them that love thee, and let all those that know thy name praise thee with thanksgiving. Y'all got to peep these words. Say, cast them down with the sword of them that love thee, man. All right, so we have to make sure this part of another reason we have to set another part of spiritually rededicating our personal temples, because we have to make sure our heart is in line with the Lord, man. The only way the Lord is going to fight for us is if we love him. And we love him by keeping his commandments, man. Shalom, first family. All right. It says, and let all those that know thy name praise thee with thanksgiving. So they joined battle, and there was slain of the host of Lysias about 5,000 men, even before they were slain. It says, now, when Lysias saw his army put to flight, all right, and the manliness of, like a man, the manliness of Judas soldiers, and how they were ready either to live or to die valiantly, he went into Antioch, all right, and gathered together a company of strangers, and having made his army greater than it was, he purposed to come again to Judea. So he just keep getting his butt whooped. He keep coming to Judas, and we keep smashing them. Basically, they just keep getting beat up. But let's see what happened. All right, we almost there, y'all. Hang in there. It says, then said Judas and his brother, behold, our enemies are discomforted. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary. So now we have a little rest. Our enemies are afraid. This is a time we can go and rededicate our sanctuary. We can get the temple back right, man. So right now, this is the time we're practicing the righteous rehearsals. We building up our spiritual temple, because we are the temple. We are the stones. We're going to touch that in a minute. We are those lively stones, man. Each and every one of y'all, man. That's why I say the Feast of Dedication ain't just about going to party. We're going to go party and turn up. Yeah, we're going to do that. But we have to prepare for this thing spiritually. You can't come up in the Lord's house, come up to the high holy day in your damn mind. Your damn mind ain't right. This is a spiritual thing. Make sure y'all are dedicating your own temple. We have to rededicating and cleansing our houses on the inside, man. Building up in faith, man. All right. Getting built up in the spirit, man. Making sure that your household is in order, man. Making sure your mind is in order. Y'all should be fasting, man. This is a time of fasting, man. All right. But let's keep reading, man. I need to keep taking my finger off the thing, man. All right. So it says, then said Judas and his brother, behold, our enemies are discomforted. Let us go up to cleanse and dedicate the sanctuary. Upon this, all the hosts assembled themselves together and went up into Mount Zion. And when they saw the sanctuary desolate, and the altar profaned, and the gates burned up, and shrubs growing in the courts, as in the forest, or in one of the mountains, yea, the priest chambers pulled down, they rent their clothes, and made great lamentation, and cast ashes upon their head. Y'all gotta understand, this is a serious thing, man. These were grown-ass men. Just imagine a manly, big, tall, manly man as Judas Maccabees break it down into tears when he see our temple just profane. It's overgrown with weeds, and they pulled down the curtains. They stripped all the gold, and all hell is breaking loose. You see damn pig blood dripping down the damn altar. All hell is breaking loose, man. All right, so this our damn walls and everything burnt up. All right, this is a very sad moment, man. It says it fell down flat to the ground upon their faces, and blew an alarm with the trumpets, and cried unto heaven. You're gonna hear that over and over in Maccabees. They literally blowing the trumpet, and they cried out to heaven. These are things we have to take into consideration when y'all are in distress. Are you blowing the trumpet? Are you crying out to heaven? Like I say, yeah, it's pretty live. If you get your manure and you blow the manure, and then you face the east, and that's live as well, man. But just throwing up fast and praying and crying out to the Lord, man. Sounding the alarm, man, when you in distress, man. All right. Then Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary. So we're going to clean the sanctuary But I'm gonna have y'all whooping these heathen ass, excuse my language, whooping their butt just to keep them in check while we fixing our sanctuary. This is a must. This is something that we must do. Get our stuff back in order, man. All right, our sanctuary had us nigh to the Lord, man. That's one thing we have to have in order, man. All right. Your sanctuary, in order for the Lord to dwell in you, your sanctuary got to be clean, man. That's important. All right. It says he chose priests of blameless conversation, such as had pleasure in the law, who cleanse the sanctuary and bear out the defiled stones into unclean place. So we're gonna touch this. It says, who cleanse the sanctuary and bear out the defiled stones into an unclean place. You have to know the law. Even in the New Testament, even right here in the Apocrypha, if anybody can tell me, why did they bear out the stones? It says, I'm going to ask y'all, why did they bear out the stones into an unclean place? Can anybody give me a precept? Can anybody give me a precept for that? All right. Why did they bear out the stones into an unclean place, man? You got to remember, these are Levites at that. So they having all authority in this thing, man. All right. Why did they bear out the stones? Because this is in the law. All right, when things are defiled, man. Let's get Leviticus chapter 14, man. We're gonna run through this law real quick. So y'all gotta remember, this is spiritual. So y'all have to remember, the Feast of Dedication is just not dedicated to. It's not just cleaning the stones out of the physical temple. It's about your spiritual temple, man. What unclean stones that you have within yourself? All right. What unclean stones do we have that we need to clean out, man? So let's get the law on that. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 14. It's in a few spots, but Leviticus chapter 14 and verse number 33. All right. So this is talking about, because people don't understand. I'm going to just say this real quick. Man, when you have mold in your house, in little thing, you have mold in, man, that's a plague of leprosy, man. So I looked at these are plagues, man. All right. On the physical aspect, I just have to throw that in there. But this is why they threw the stones out. Okay. Leviticus chapter 14 verse 33. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, when ye come into the land of Canaan, which I give you for a possession, and I put the plague of leprosy in the house of the land of your possession, and he that owneth the house shall come and tell the priest, saying, it seemeth to me that there is as well as a plague in the house. And we know that there was a plague in our temple, man. All right, pig blood every damn where. All right. It says, then the priest shall command that the house be emptied. It's like it. Then the priest shall command that they empty the house before the priest go into it to see the plague, that all that is in the house be made not unclean. And afterwards the priest shall go in to see the house, and he shall look unto the plague, and behold, if the plague of the walls of the house of the walls, like it, I'm tripping, y'all. And he shall look on the plague, and behold, if the plague be in the walls of the house with hollow streaks, greenish, reddish, which in the sight are lower than the wall, then the priest shall go out of the house to the door of the house and shut up the house 7 days. And the priest shall come again the 7th day and shall look, and behold, if the plague be spread in the walls of the house, then the priest shall command that they take away the stones that which. So this is the part, verse 40, y'all pay attention. Verse 40, then the priest shall command that they take away the stones in which the plague is. So if you see the plague, it ain't going nowhere, it's the foul, it ain't being, it's steady growing, you would take that whole stone out of the house, man. All right. It says, take away the stones which is in the plague. All right. And they should cast them into an unclean place without the city. So when somewhere's the foul, you would take the stone and you would cast it into an unclean place. I just had to give y'all that precept, man. So y'all know why they were doing these things. All right. So let's get back to it. So like it for taking so long breaking it down. Let's get another precept, man. Because we really at the end of this class, man. So y'all have to understand that we are those stones, man. All right. We are those stones in the spirit, man. Let's get 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna start winding it down. We got a few more. 1 Peter. So like it. 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5, y'all. We look at 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. All right, and it reads, ye are as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Hamashiach Yahweh. You see that? We are lively stones to build up the spiritual house, man. All right. So we are those stones. We are those unclean stones. Make sure that you're not one of those unclean stones that the Lord is going to get, because this is a time of sifting too. All right. Make sure that you're not one of those unclean stones that the Lord take and throw into a damn unclean place. Now you damn bugged out. All right. We are those stones. That's what I'm saying, man. Make sure y'all got your head going in on straight, going into the dedication. All right. Verse 6, it says, wherefore also is contained in the scriptures, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, man, because even Christ is a stone. He's the chief cornerstone, though. All right. He's the stone that holds up everything. All right. It says, elect precious, and he that believeth on him should not be confounded. All right. It says, unto you, therefore, which believe he is precious, but unto them be disobedient. So like the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner. Because, you know, they disallowed Christ just like they disallow us, man. But right now, it seems like we're the tail, but we're going to end up being the head, man. All right. Verse 8, it says a stone of stumbling, man, because Christ is a stone of stumbling, man. A lot of people just ain't going to get it, man. Mama ain't going to get it. Daddy ain't going to get it. All right. Brother, sister ain't going to get it. Co-worker don't get it. Hey, don't be at work all in the HR get sent to the HR office. Hey, y'all gotta be careful at work. All right. But everybody ain't gonna. Christ is a stone of stumbling, man. Some people just don't get it, man. I'm talking about the real Christ. I ain't talking about Caesar Borgia. I ain't talking about him. All right. I'm talking about the true Christ, man. All right. Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 9, it says, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should shoot forth the praise of him who have called you out of darkness unto his marvelous light, man. All right. So that's why, hey, this is the Feast of Lights, man. It's okay to light up your home. Don't go get a Christmas tree. Don't get a Christmas tree, but it's okay to put up lights in your house during this high holiday. This is the Feast of Lights, man. All right. This is the Feast of Lights, man. This is Hanukkah. This is the Feast of Dedication, man. All right. So, yeah, y'all don't get carried away with that. All right. Y'all make sure y'all be in the right spirit. All right. Let's get another precept, man. Let's get that 1 Corinthians, man. Chapter 3 and verse 16. Because we are those stones. We are the temple, man. We have to make sure that we stay clean, man. Or else the Lord will cast us out into outer or darkness, into an unclean place, man. All right. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse number 16, it says, know ye not that ye are the temple of God? I have to understand, man. The whole story of Maccabees and rededicating the temple is talking about you, man. It's talking about you. All right. On a deeper spiritual level. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are, man. All right, we are the temple of God. Let me read verse 18 anyway. It says, let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seem to be wise in this world, let him become a fool that he may be wise, man. So, hey, man, we can't be wise in this world, man. All right, we have to humble down. All right, set our minds right, rededicate our temple. All right, make sure that we are walking according to the Lord, man. According to the law, statutes, and the commandments. All right. I hear my dog banging on the door. I locked my dog up this time. Y'all notice I ain't yelled at him yet. I had to lock him up. All right. Let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5, man. Like this is, like I say, just some closing precepts. This is a time of This is a time of self-examination, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 13 and verse 5. All right. And it reads, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How that how shall be in you unless you be reprobate. So this is a time of self-examination, man. All right. It's not, you're not just going to have a party. You know, hey man, we like to get clean for dedication. You know, Battle Axes, we rep the white and gold every year. That's our color, white and gold, for a piece of dedication, you know. And we look forward to looking good and dressing up. Yeah, that's all the good part of it, man. Make you feel good. Well, what makes you feel even better is when your spirit is clean. You can't just wash the outside of the cup, and the inside of the damn cup is filthy. All right? Like Ecclesiastes, I was going to go there, but I'm just quoting it. Like Ecclesiastes chapter 3. It says there's a time and season for everything. All right? There's a time to cast away stones, and there's a time to pick up stones. All right. There's a time so right now we're casting away stones, but at the same time we're replacing those stones with clean stones, man. All right. Now let's go ahead and go back. Let's go back to First Maccabees chapter 4. All right. Gonna end this thing, man. First Maccabees chapter 4, and Let's start at verse 40. Let's start at verse 47. It says, then they took whole stones according to the law and built a new altar according to the former. You see that? So yeah, you cast away your own stones, but you want to replace it with something clean, man. Cast away the nasty, dirty stones that that the world has put in you. All right. And put on the Lord, man. All right. I got a preset right there, Deuteronomy chapter 27. Let's go ahead and get there real quick. Deuteronomy 27, verse 5, real quick on that note. Deuteronomy 27 and 5, it ain't going to take long. Deuteronomy 27 and verse 5. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 27 and verse 5, it says, and there thou shalt build an altar unto the Lord thy God, an altar of stones. Thou shalt not lift up any iron tool upon them. All right, thou shalt build the altar of the Lord thy God of whole stones, and thou shalt offer burnt offerings thereupon it. All right, thereunto the Lord thy God. So this is another excellent point. When we built the altar, actual altar, we made sacrifices, we didn't chisel it and make it neat and square it out. No, just raw stones without you etching it, man. Just raw, pure stones, man. All right, unscathed by man. All right, just pure from the earth that Lord give you, man. And we would build an altar with unaltered stones, man. It was just like a rocky altar. I'm pretty sure they got stones that kind of shaped each other. You know, I'm pretty sure they put some thought into it. But the altar, the stones were not chiseled. So I just had to bring that law. All right, that is a law. The stones would be to be without men crafting it. Okay. Now, let's go back to 48. We at the end, y'all. It says, and made up the sanctuary and the things that were within the temple, and hollowed the courts, that they made new holy vessels unto the temple, and they bought the candlestick and the altar of burnt offerings of the incense and the table, and upon the altar they burnt incense, and the lamps were upon the candlestick they lighted, that it might give light in the temple. Furthermore, they set the loaves upon the table and spread out the veils and finished all the works that they had begun to make. Now, on the 25th day of the 9th month, which is called Caslu, all right, which is the month that we're in now. All right, it says, in the 108th year, they rose up betimes in the morning and offered sacrifices according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings, which they had made. It says, look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it, even in that was it dedicated with songs, all right, chitterings and harps and cymbals, man. Chitterings, not chitterlings, chitterings, all right. So yeah, they dedicated the temple. They made it pretty, just like and all y'all are supposed to physically dedicate not only your spiritual house, but make sure your house is clean and in order. You got your manure up, you got your incense, everything's all vacuumed and clean. All right. You dedicate your temple, you put pictures up on the walls, you know, all these things, man. All right. You might be in there playing music. All right. Verse 55. Verse 55, Salaki, y'all. And it reads, then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days and offered burnt offerings with gladness and sanctified and sacrifice of deliverance and praise, man. It says they decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold and with shields and with gates and chambers they renewed. So like, and the gates and chambers they renewed, and they hanged doors upon them. Thus were they very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away, man. The reproach of the heathen is put away, man. We're coming back to our God, all right, and being proud of who we are and keeping our customs, man. It says, moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their seasons from year to year by the space of 8 days, from the 5th and 20th day of the month Caslu, with mirth and gladness, man. And that's pretty much the end of the class, man. All right, shalom, 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 King James, man. Shalom, King James, man. That's pretty much the end of the class. Hey, I'm gonna give y'all another precept. I ain't gonna read it, but y'all can write it down right there by First Maccabees chapter 4 and 59. You can also put I got it somewhere. You can put Second Maccabees chapter 10, 5 through 8. All right, it shows you the months and the season and how we, just the same way we keep tabernacles for those days is the same way we keep the Feast of Dedication. So there's just another precept. So right there about First Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 59, you can put Second Maccabees chapter 10 and verse 5 through 8. All right. So, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the class. I hope y'all got understanding. Feast of, I hope I ain't say tabernacles, but the Feast of Dedication is not just partying and damn kicking it, man. Yeah, partying and kicking it is a big part, but hey, we have to get our mind right, man. We have to prepare for this thing, man. We can't go into the sanctuary with wickedness. We can't go into the sanctuary. It's like it with the mind of a nigga, man. We can't have the mind of a nigga and the mind of a damn nigga woman. We got ways of this world. I'm talking back to my husband. We got children there. I'm talking back to the parents. And hey, you got to get your mind right, man. Man, the Lord will smite you, man. The Lord will smite you, man. All right. So this is not a game, man. All right. And we can't take these things for granted, man. All right. Y'all please like, share, and subscribe. Help us to push this truth all over the 4 corners of the globe, man. I want to thank y'all brothers and sisters for donating, all right, for paying alms, man. Y'all brothers and sisters, make sure y'all paying alms. That is another important way to dedicate the temple. That's a whole nother class, man. David played it's like you paid great alms. All right, you see, the Maccabees brought in great alms to the temple, man. So paying alms is a great way to dedicate the temple and to get one that's like the string keep following, and to get one up with the Lord, man. All right. So thank you, brothers. That's been donating to the Cash App and the GoFundMe that's in the description below, man. What else, man? Y'all throw up prayers for y'all brothers and sisters. Y'all got brothers and sisters out here going through things, man. Y'all throw up prayers for Israel. If y'all brothers and sisters are going through things and you need prayer, all right, you need somebody to talk to, man. Y'all brothers and sisters, don't be scared to reach out to people, man. Reach out and tell somebody that you're going through something, man. All right, so we can throw them prayers up for you. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, let's bring out the law. Let's bring out the law. In fact, we're gonna go to that Second Maccabees. All right, we always in with the law. I feel like I'm forgetting something else, y'all. I feel like I'm forgetting something. All right, but Second Maccabees, let's bring that law out. Second Maccabees chapter 10, and we're gonna start at verse number 5. All right, and it reads, now upon the same day that the strangers profaned the temple, on the very same day it was cleansed again, even the 25th day of the same month, which is Caslu, and they kept it 8 days with gladness, as is the Feast of Tabernacles, remembering that not long before they had held the Feast of Tabernacles. Y'all know we just came out of Tabernacles. When, as they wandered in the mountains in dens like beasts. All right. I'm gonna keep reading. It says, therefore they bear branches and fair bowls and palms also, and sang songs unto him that had given them good success in cleansing his place. They ordained also by a common statute and decree that every year those days should be kept of the whole nation of the Jews, man. So to this day, we keeping the Feast of Tabernacles, man. Y'all brothers and sisters, clean yourself up and get your spirit clean, man. Throw away them dirty stones, those filthy rags, man. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.